Born to Ride is sponsored in part by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL, representing riders since 1988. Offices throughout Florida, 1-800-FL-LEGAL. If Instagram is your thing, we're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at hashtag Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
This is Evel Knievel and the Evel Knievel shock-absorbing stunt cycle. You can make him do wheelies, backstands, even mid-air somersaults. And for that big jump, here's Evel, up and over that 4-foot ditch. Evel Knievel, sold separately or with the Evel Knievel stunt cycle from Ideal.
Hi, this is Evel Knievel, and you're watching Born to Ride.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Born to Ride Live. I am Dave the Flashman Morgan, and with me, the man, the myth, the legend, the man that runs this dang thing, Ron Galetti's in the house. What's up, Nasty Ronnie?
Flash, great to be here, man. Thanks for having me today. I know you're pretty busy all the time with, the editor himself, Mr. Dave Nichols. And Unfortunately, there's some news on Dave. Why don't, we better tell everybody what's going on.
Yeah, Dave, we talked to him before, and, Dave is out west. We talked to him a lot, but he literally said his backyard was on fire, and the police came and knocked on the door and had he and his family evacuate. But as I talked to him, he and his dogs and his family were down at one of the little facilities that they had facilitated at one of the national parks up there. And I said, Dave, man, how you feeling? And it's such great spirits. The guy's an amazing guy. And he said, you know what? We'll be fine either way because my family is safe. And, I got to commend him for that. And I'm sending one up for you, Big Dave. So best of luck to you and your family. Hope you get out unscathed. But a lot of our biker friends out west are having the same issue. So we got to send up for all those guys to stay safe and do what you got to do to stay safe and keep your family safe as well.
Our thoughts and prayers are out there for Dave, his family, his property, his community, and people coming together and give some positive vibes tonight. I'm asking for some positive vibes for Dave Nichols tonight. And
yes, sir.
Like I said, like we said, all the best, Dave. We miss you, and we're going to try to do it. We're going to try to get through this, right, Flash? We just saw.
Yeah, man. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Evel Knievel on the show tonight. Remember that? Remember the toy when we were growing up playing with that?
Oh my God, dude! We all had the Evel Knievel thing, and then after that, we all got our bicycles, those little ones with the banana seats. Let me tell you something right now. My cousin, I'll never forget this because as kids, you and I, Ronnie, we used to get out in the neighborhood and play. We weren't on our phones. We weren't playing video games. We were out making it happen in the streets, playing Foursquare, riding our bikes. Our mini bikes, our dirt bikes.
Tree Fort.
And dude, my cousin made this ramp and he jumped that thing with a banana seat, and he was Evel Knievel. I think he ended up breaking his arm right there, but man, we threw some dirt on it and he still rode before we took him to the doctor.
Well, we had his 2 4x8 sheets of plywood and 2 50-gallon drums.
Yes.
So we had like a takeoff ramp and a landing ramp. There used to be some videos.
You had the landing ramp.
Yeah, man, and back in the day, man, I remember I had the cut-off jean jacket, the mirror sunglasses. I was trying to be Marlon Brando from The Wild One. And but that's the kind of thing that Evel Knievel would instill in us as kids. Yeah. We want to be daredevils. We want to jump jumps, the red, white, and blue Americana. Evel Knievel was an icon, man. And then
he was.
And then we got to meet him and work with him. And then he got to do the promo that we just saw, too. This is Evel Knievel. You're watching Born to Ride. So, that's what Born to Ride's about. It's a body of work. Yeah. And you don't get these kind of promos by just starting yesterday. And we've got a drawer full of those things, man. But one of the most righteous is Evel Knievel. How can you go wrong? He's sort of like Elvis or Hulk Hogan. And we never got Elvis, but we did get Hulk Hogan, too.
Yeah, we did. You know what? I'll tell you something else, too, is I had a chance. I'll never forget it. I was going to work one night at a nightclub, and I stopped at this hotel over at this next to this club that I used to work at to have dinner. They had the best chicken marsala, and I'm at the end of the bar. I'm eating my chicken marsala, getting ready to go to work, and I look over, and Evel Knievel was sitting right next to me, dude. I couldn't believe it. I was starstruck for a minute, but then I just started having a normal conversation like I didn't know who he was. And let me tell you, he was one of the coolest cats imaginable, man. What a cool guy he was.
Man, he inspired everybody. He inspired generations, and it's still going on today. And we're so lucky to work with Evel over the years. He was on Born to Ride, and that's part of what Born to Ride's about, man. And like today on the show, we've got a lot of cool stuff going on. You know, Jason Momoa and United We Will Ride for Harley Davidson. You know, he's producing these spots with Harley. We're going to see one of those today. And, you know, a new thing for Harley Davidson is Apple TV and Harley Davidson is creating this adventure. You know, it's an outstanding adventure called The Long Way. And we have an exclusive promo of that today on the show that people are going to get to see.
Nice.
You know, and there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. We're going to talk a little later about the news that Dave dropped last week on us about the movie, but hang on, we're going to go there in the next break. But
guys, if you didn't hear about that, don't go anywhere. You definitely want to see. You're going to want to hear. We dropped the big one on you last week.
And Flash, you know, Dream. There's the Dream with the Japanese cinematography of a feature called Dream from TC Bank. Yeah. And it's just a fabulous, inspiring, universal, powerful motorcycle story. And it doesn't matter what languages you speak, because when you're a biker, you know what's going on there, and you could tell the power. They're going to see it today. It's all coming up, man. Pitch it all out of here, Flash. We got to get to some content.
Got to do it, man. Let's check out the Long Way promo, and we'll be back with more Born to Ride live right after this.
To see him in the wild like this.
For those who were born to ride, there's Progressive.
For more of Motor, subscribe now.
Dudes and dudettes, career Rossiters. Hey, we're going to talk about being family owned and operated. Being family owned, cool. Being family owned, operated, very cool. We got 4 family members, I believe, actually inside the store working here every day, which is amazing. It really shows the morale, the family aspect of this dealership, and why we are who we are, and why we try to do for you what we do. Very family orientated. Come find out why. Rossiters Harley, and don't forget, September the 12th, big party. See ya.
I've been dreaming of doing a trip through South America for years.
We're here with world-famous actor Ewan McGregor.
But life got in the way. And now I've decided to do the trip with my best friend, Charlie Boorman.
You've got to look after the relationships in your life, and if you don't, you're losing something that's very important.
We'll ride 13,000 miles from the southern tip of Argentina all the way to Los Angeles.
150 miles every day is a long way to go.
And if that wasn't enough of a challenge, we wanted to see if we could do it on electric motorcycles.
I think it's the future electric.
You'd be the first people to go this distance charging as you go.
Oh my God, it's so great, isn't it? Oh, the power's just gone.
This is us on the road, Charlie. This is us on the way, man. I'm gonna get attacked by this dog. We'll ride through the brutal Patagonian winter.
Look at that snow. It's amazing how cold it is.
We're gonna climb to the extreme heights of the Andes and experience the real risks of high altitude.
Whew, I can't breathe.
I'm definitely getting sick, Charlie. Before witnessing the endangered jungles of Central America. To think about all of the things that might go wrong.
I think we're lost.
Is this a road? Roads might be a little... Wow, that's all it off.
In the middle of the night, things just go around your brain, don't they?
I have real fear. I don't want anyone to get hurt.
They just roll around.
I'm not going to make it.
Towing somebody on a bike is dangerous.
What if the bikes don't work? What if we can't charge the bikes? What if it snows tomorrow?
I really enjoy the unknown of it all. Just coming across the people we come across.
Amazing, the people.
Learning about the cultures and seeing how people keep their traditions alive.
Puts you in touch with yourself in the world in a way.
I'm an actor.
What films have you made?
Did anybody see Star Wars? No.
I don't think so.
None of these kids have seen anything I've done. Long way up, 2 guys lost in South America.
Race fans, it's time! Florida's law firm, Rubenstein Law, and Born to Ride TV and Magazine, along with RPM Promotions, presents Battle at the Beach, motorcycle and quad racing. It's coming to Pensacola Dirt Track Thursday, September 17th, open practice. And Friday, September 18th, racing action like never before. Quads and motorcycles with $5,000 on the line. And Saturday, it's Southern Raceway in Milton, Florida. Quads and motorcycles. Bring the family. Support racing. You can buy the whole seat, but you will only need the edge. Race fans, don't miss it. For more information, call RPM Promotions 260-450-2796. Race fans.
人为什么活着？为了思念。为了活下去，为了活更长，还是为了离开？
去骑摩托车吧！
5个台湾人，平均年龄81岁，1个重听，1个得了癌症。3个有心脏病，每一个都有退化性关节炎。6个月的准备，环岛13天。1139公里，从北到南，从黑夜到白天，只为了一个简单的理由。
人为什么要活着？
And welcome back to Born to Ride Live. Dave the Flash Man here. Ron Galetti's in the house tonight. I'll tell you, folks, we have just really gone leaps and bounds. Just in the past month and a half, 2 months, we've expanded the brand. We've changed things up. We're Born to Ride Live now. And, dude, I'm telling you right now, we've got literally thousands and thousands of eyes that are on us, and we're in the southeastern part of the United States. We broadcast out of Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater. And, you know, we're just trying to expand our brand and try to expose Born to Ride, because after all, Born to Ride is all about motorcycles and the people like us that ride them. And, you know, we love these things, and we love our bike life and love being bikers as much as you guys do. And Ron, big thanks to everybody who's been chiming in, all the new people getting their eyes and ears on Born to Ride Live for the first time, man. It's pretty cool.
Well, you know, I think we have a duty to uphold, and, you know, we are expanding our reach, and it's really good to get the feedback from bikers around the world, man. I'm talking internationally, because like the segment we just saw with the Japanese, how gracious that was, how honorable, man, because
I love it.
That just shows the power of motorcycling.
Absolutely love it.
The people out there relate to stuff like that. We want to be as real as we can possibly be with the content. For over 25 years, we've been delivering this, but now more people are seeing it than ever before. So I think we have a duty to uphold, to let people know that they can count on Born to Ride to see cool biker footage, because we care about you, the biker, and we love to hear your feedback. You know, we want to know what you ride, where you ride, what you think about what we do. And you know, speaking of that, you know, like I said, it's always good to hear from people, but there's a lot of things going on in motorcycling. You know, the average biker are just, they're great people with a great demographic. They do so much for charity. You know, and we magnify the greatness of bikers, but we also delve into the biker lifestyle and the travel, the adventure. You know, we cover it like it should be covered as much as we can. Having Dave Nichols a part of Born to Ride now is just taking us leaps and bounds.
It is so huge, man.
Yeah, and speaking of that, man, let's talk a little bit about what he dropped on us last week, because we're going to find out a little bit more, because when he finally told me what happened, it was on Boss Hog Radio. Thursday nights we do that. And he dropped the bomb on me there, so it's pretty exciting. We're going to roll to that footage next. But, you know, we're going to be involved in a movie, you know, it's a powerful movie with real bikers. And
man.
The Rough Boys, you know, and Charlie Brechtel and his crew with Dave along, who wrote the movie and actually directed the movie. So how cool is that?
That's awesome, dude. I mean, and that again shows you the power and you know, the pull that the Chopper Daddy has, man. Dave Nichols coming on board with us has just been a godsend, man, and amazing. And, you know, real quick before we get into this next segment, I've been wanting to ask you this for a long time and putting you on the spot a little bit, but 25 years of Born to Ride, you and Deb, you know, the blood, sweat, and tears that you put into this. How you feeling about that, brother?
Well, you know, it's always an adventure, because it's like a painter. He's only as good as his last painting, you know, or a surfer. Surfer's always looking for that ultimate wave. If he ever finds it, he's probably going to be done surfing. So it's like the biker, always looking for that ultimate road. And Flash, we're just traveling down that road, man. And we're just always around every turn. It's another story. And we're coming to the people out there to tell their stories, the industry to tell their stories. And, you know, just born to ride. It doesn't matter what you ride, you know, as long as you're born to ride, you know.
That's it.
And you know, like I keep relating back to the power of the Japanese cinematography of that special, very special feature. You know, you got to love something like that, you know.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I got to say that after this next segment, though, Flash, we're going to see a video of Charlie Brechtel, and it's an honor and tribute to Charlie. It was his main vision that brought this whole movie together. It never would have happened without Charlie and his motorcyclism concept. And we're just honored to be a part of it, and I can't thank Dave enough. And we're going to carry that flag hard and heavy for him, anything we can do, because we're also going to get to give away a $60,000 gold chopper, man, next year. How cool is that?
That's going to be so awesome. Can't wait for that. Well, let's roll this next segment, and we're back with more Born to Ride live right after this.
I'm Fester Jenkins. Born to Ride is Boss Hog Radio, Thursday nights, 7 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Hey, it's Debbie with Born to Ride. Tune in every Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. on the Boss Hog Radio, a fast hour of good talk, good biker talk, what you really want to hear.
So we incorporated all that into the movie.
Hold on. I just came back in. Dave, is this Dave on the phone?
Yes, this is Dave on the phone.
Oh my gosh. He did. Wait a minute. What? Did he already tell the big news?
Oh, yeah.
He did?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear it yet. I get to hear it. Dave, you gotta catch me up to speed, brother.
If you could have seen his face, Dave.
No, Ron, we're not doing anything. It's, just another day here. And, just another day here in Boss Hog Radio.
Yeah, but you were going to call back with some big news, man, and I think they already know it, but I don't. They got this grin on their faces from ear to ear, man. Well, so it must be good. Is it good, Buster?
And we discussed. Oh, it's awesome.
Is it good?
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
How awesome is it?
We were kind of debating, but
that's all right. You guys, that's good. You guys got the scoop before me.
Well, we kind of figured you probably already knew, but so you in the dark too.
You're handling business, brother. I love that. I was outside trying to do the same. But Dave, just tell me real quick. Catch me up to speed, brother. I'm sitting down.
All right. You're sitting down. Here we go. So, Born to Ride is going to be an integral part of the biggest biker film to come along since the movie Easy Rider. This is big news. We're going to roll this biker movie out in 2021, and in a year at Sturgis during the Black Hills Rally, we'll be on the Buffalo Chip stage giving away a $60,000 custom chopper that was built by Mondo of Denver's Chopper and Paco.
I guess it's just a damn good thing that I didn't go this year and I put it off till next year, right?
Man, we're going to be a part of the movie?
Yeah. Born to Ride is going to be a big part of rolling this whole thing out for the world to find out about the movie and how they can win the bike. And it's a great movie about two very American things, and that is the blues music and the biker lifestyle.
Man, that is unbelievable, Dave, because Didn't you have a big part in this movie? Or didn't you?
He wrote it.
Didn't you write the movie?
Yeah,
I did. I wrote it and I directed it, and it's got amazing real biker people in it, and it's got amazing real biker legends, and it's got people that are blues legends.
Throw out that name for us. What's the name of the movie?
It's called The Rough Boys.
Rough Boys.
The Rough Boys. I've heard of that. Yes. So we're going to be a part of that, man. That's going to be big. It's going to be big. And we know Charlie, who passed away on a motorcycle. He had an accident, and he was such a big part of this movie. And I didn't realize that you actually wrote the movie, though, Dave. That you actually wrote it? Did you direct it as well?
I did, yeah. And, Charlie would call me up, and he would say things like, okay, I got this idea. And this guy, and they come into a bar, and these two guys come into a bar, and then one guy says, you know, you, and the guy says, yeah, and back and forth, and, you know, and that's basically the scene. And so then I would go away and write the scene, and I would call him back, and I'd go, listen to this, and I would read the whole thing, and he goes, yeah, that's it, yeah, that's right, okay. And then we would go to the next, you know, piece, you know. So we did it together, but it was his dream that, you know, all these kids today, he says, we got to get them involved in the motorcycle lifestyle. And how do we do it? We got to do this movie that shows them how much fun it is. And so that's what Rough Boys is all about.
Man, and how exactly are we going to be a part of it, man? And like marketing, promotion, are we going to be a part? Man, it's going to be a great promotion here.
Up on the main stage.
Absolutely.
At Chips there, Buffalo Chips.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I didn't hear the part about the motorcycle. Something about giving away a golden
60
chopper.
Grand. Yep, $60,000.
It's a beautiful bike. Paco, who's been around for 50 years, they built the bike with Mondo from Denver's Choppers. It's a beautiful motorcycle, and we're going to be on the Buffalo Chip stage next August and give this away to some lucky person. And plus, the cool part is, it's kind of a raffle kind of deal. All the money we raise is going to go to the Sturgis Museum and Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's awesome, man. You know why? Because Charlie needs to be in that Hall of Fame, brother. If anybody deserves there, Good Time Charlie. And, you know, this whole thing wouldn't have happened. You know, you wrote it, but Charlie's was the, you know how important this was to Charlie. And he was a marketing, networking legend and a great musician, and we just want to honor him. And if Born to Ride is a part of this, like you said, we're going to do nothing but the best we can possibly do for the people who want it to happen and, you know, are driving that bus. But we're never, ever, ever going to forget a man like Charlie Betchel and everything he's done. What did he say? Is motorcyclism? We're going to do it.
Yeah, motorcyclism. That's right. Yeah, Good Time Charlie, we called him. And it's all about Charlie. We're gonna make sure the world never forgets him.
Wow. Man, it's almost the end of the show, but Dave, you really did have a good cliffhanger there, man. Gosh, that's so awesome. Man, what a pleasure to hear the news today. But it's always great to hear you talk and bringing it. You're bringing it, man. You're bringing it.
Absolutely.
Man,
yeah, baby.
That's exciting, man. Until next week. Man, I can't wait to what you have next week.
It just gets bigger and better every week, Ron.
We might
Ron on his toes.
We have to have another update Tuesday night at the Flashman show. Can you call in the Flash? Drop the bomb on him?
Absolutely.
All right.
You bet I will.
All right, man. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Dave.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome, guys.
All right.
Have a great one.
Oh, wow.
Describe your music real quick.
It's motorcyclism. It's a religion. It's not a music. It's a religion. It's called motorcyclism, and I invented it. And all my music's about motorcycles. I don't sing about the girl married to Joey unless Joey's got a motorcycle.
Looks like we got
I tell you what, I hope you had as much fun as we did, and it sure was fun coming on the legendary Buffalo Chip Facebook page and showing you the world of motorcyclism as only we can show it, right, boys? Right! Hey, I want to do a big shout out for everybody that came and did cool stuff. Hanky Panky, who's here every year, does the cooking, all the cool stuff. The band sounded excellent. I mean, we had some really good music this year, and the crowds were great. Everything was good. And anyway, hey, we're out of here now. See you next year. From the boys in Good Time Charlie, come back next year to the what? Buffalo Chip! God bless American motorcyclism.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
Back, Born to Ride live all over the interwebs, all over the world, baby. And don't forget, if you're, just chilling out, doing your thing at night, you settled in for the evening, whatnot, check out BornToRide.com. If you haven't had the opportunity to do it, folks, there's so much biker information. The Born to Ride babes, Born to Ride lifestyles, motorcycle tips. There's just so much to take in at BornToRide.com. As a matter of fact, you can get the latest Born to Ride magazine digitally. Flip through the pages right there if you can't get your hands on a paper copy. It's so simple to do. You can check out all of the Born to Ride magazines right there at BornToRide.com. Ronnie, I'm telling you, man, that is a force to be reckoned with in itself right there, BornToRide.com.
Well, man, it's a massive website. And it's got thousands and thousands of biker babes, the galleries. They're all upscale. There's not a lot of trashy stuff or nothing bad. But it's just hot biker chicks, man. There's thousands. Sure. Yeah. Spend a lot of time on there. But there's also all of our back issues. We have a YouTube channel. We have there's thousands of photo galleries, too, that you could just see biker events that we've done in the past. And it's what's there for motorcycles. It's the life and times of motorcycles and the people who ride them.
Folks, remember, we've been around for 25 years, so there's a lot of content to see at BornToRide.com. So get on it, check it out. It's like a swap meet right there on the interwebs there, Ron Galletti.
Yeah, and speaking of swap meet, one of the most old school, real biker activities to do is go to a swap meet. A swap meet is like a flea market for motorcycle parts.
I know it.
If you really want to get the right parts, you got to have the knowledge to do that. And we've got one of the most knowledgeable men, not only on motorcycle building motors and motorcycle, repair and service. This
Right.
guy, Rob from R&R Cycles, he's part of
Yeah.
Born to Ride. I worked with Easy Rider, did the rodeo tours. He's a legend.
Yeah. Rob
Another
is the
part of
man.
another missile in the arsenal of Born to Ride.
Yeah,
when
baby.
When we go to Webster Flea Market and
Yeah.
see the gold that he finds in the dust, he just finds the cool stuff and he'll explain it to us, and you're going to really get to see something totally awesome coming. When I'm a producer, and when I have golden, when I do a golden production, I just know I'm shooting gold, and
Right.
it's just magic,
Yeah.
And Rob's just magical at a swap meet, as you will soon see right here, right now.
All right, let's check it out right quick. It's Born to Ride Live. We're back in just a second. Don't move.
I want to see some transmission. Come on.
Look at the hard parts.
I want to see if there's a reverse gear in there. Well, here's the gold mine in that pile. Yep. That's the idler gear for a reverse transmission. And I just said, let's see if we can find one, but that's it. Look at that little jewel.
Probably one out of
How many?
That
All
would
of them.
actually know that. Many
It's a
people
reverse
would know.
gear. There's the stud, and the reverse gear goes inside the transmission.
Yeah.
And then when you go to hit reverse, the gear comes all the way over and engages this, making the transmission gears turn the opposite direction. What would something like that cost today? We know
$20 bill.
We know what it is. Now see, that's a hell of a deal right there. $20. Well, cylinders, the problem with cylinders, you have to measure them to see what size they are, because if they got rust in them or something like that, you really won't know. This is a cylinder sleeve. Back in the day, after you bored the cylinder too much, it was overbored, you couldn't get a piston big enough. So what they would do is they would machine the bore out and then press this sleeve. This is a cast iron sleeve. They would press it into the case, and then it would cool off, and it would lock into position. Then you could go back to a standard bore cylinder. But the best part about it is the sleeve is a much cleaner steel, so the piston's actually slicker going up and down the sleeve than it is the cast iron.
A lot of people don't know what them things are. They say, what the hell was that?
Swaparama!
Swaparama!
Swaparama! Swaparama! $20. What do you say? What do you say?
Wow. To swap me, for God's sake.
What's your
Make me an
offer?
10.
15.
12.
14, 50.
13 is my highest.
50.
50.
58.
5. 58.
So.
Give me $13.
Won't swap.
Oh,
Okay. Well, hey,
As Matthew
I'll
says, all right,
pretend
all right, all right.
I danced last night. I danced.
Hey, all right.
We'll be right back with more. Born to Ride.
We got kettle corn. It's just sweet and salty goodness. I mix it with a lot of love.
What kind of love do you put in there? How do you do that?
Sugar.
Is he telling the truth?
He is. He's got a lot of sugar going on.
Well, what's the real secret?
He's got
Stirring it
talent.
really fast.
What's that?
Stirring it really fast.
He's got talent.
I got talent. It's popcorn, but I melt sugar down on it, and when it pops, it caramelizes to the corn, so it gives it a sweet. And then once I salt it, it's a sweet and salty combination, and it's really good. Cowboys kettle corn. We'll be right back with Born to Ride and kettle corn at Webster Swap Meet.
3, 2, 1.
We'll be right back with Born to Ride, Webster Swap Meet. Come and get you some kettle corn. We'll be right back with Born to Ride at Webster Swap Meet. Come and get you some kettle corn. That's pretty good.
I love it.
found another treasure chest, a bunch of good old used parts, some really nice stuff. He's got a couple of hardtail frames here, panheads that they're remanufacturing out of New York City, but it's real hard to find the original frames nowadays, so the repops are around. It is a panhead frame. It is original to the years, and it's a great item. So if you're going to start building a bike from the ground up, you got a good chassis. It comes with a bill of sale and a manufacturing certificate of origin, so you can make it legal without having to jump through a bunch of hoops, and that's the important part. Okay, these are straight leg frames, 54 to 57. They're practically brand new. He's got the bushings inside there, all the casting marks and everything look pretty much original. The welds are a lot nicer on these frames than the factory would be. It's called a straight leg frame. If you notice, front tubes are straight in a straight item, are straight up and down. On the wishbone frames, they come down, of course, make the wishbone. So the wishbone frames are to mid 54, and then they came out with the straight leg. But you can see these are some really nice frames. You can see the weld marks on it, so you know they got good penetration. The welds look great. A nice item to buy at the swap meet in Webster. These sell for $2,000 from Bill out of New York. He's got a connection. He's out here at the Webster swap meet at the Swaparama. These are the straight leg frames. If you found something on the original Harley Davidson frame like this, it'd probably go from anywhere to from $4,000 to $5,000. So these are really a deal if you're going to build a custom bike, or you want an original bobber bike with an original frame. This is the way to go. But this is a good destination for so many bikers during the day. I mean, you know, where are you going to do? Let's meet up at Webster. You can start off in your own hometown. You end up here at Webster. You walk around, have a couple beers, and then you go for a ride. And, yeah. I mean, it's a big destination on Sundays. If you live in Tampa area, like what I did in Darby, you'd see all the bikes go by. They're all going to be out here, man. Come on out and see the place.
Swaparama! Swaparama!
Well, we got a lower end that's still together, but it's a twin cam engine. It's in pieces, so this is a good opportunity for people to see what the engine looks like that have never seen one apart. Of course, you got your cylinders missing, and then you got your head sitting on top of it. But this is what the twin cam engine looks like when it's apart and in pieces, and it usually gets stripped down this far when they hop them up for you at the Harley shop, but never past that. They'd hardly ever change out the stroke. So this is a chance to see what they look like. These are the 95 cubic inch cylinders and pistons, and you can go oversized on this. But the two rods hanging out there, you got your cam gear and your drive gear. Now this motor's fuel injected, no doubt about it. The cylinders, of course, are missing, but the heads would sit on top of it. There's the head. The head would sit on top of it just like that. And that's what your twin cam engine looks like when it's all in one piece. So now you know what the insides look like. An engine like this right here is probably about $1,000 with all the parts and pieces. It would probably take another $800 in parts, and then probably $1,200 in labor to put it all back together as a fresh motor again. What you want for this?
I'd like to get 8, but I'm open for a good offer.
Well, what'd I say, 9? Yeah. I just quoted 9.
It's a complete motor.
Oh, you got the rest of it also.
Yep.
This is the cam cover.
The cam cover.
Yeah, this. Well, see, now everybody will recognize it. There's your cam cover. Okay. Once we slide it in place, there's your twin cam engine now. In case you didn't recognize it earlier. And that's a great deal. $800 for an engine. Like I said, $800 for this engine. The valve job looks like it's okay. I'm not sure about the pistons and cylinders. You'd have to mic them out. But the cam drive, everything else is all in good shape still. So for somebody that's going to the AMI school or something like that wants to start building a bike from pieces, this is an incredible engine to start with.
Swaparama! Swaparama!
Looks like some interesting stuff. Well, it looks like he's got a shovel head, of course, an old flat side. I call them flat sides. Some people call them slab sides, but I've never heard of that my entire life until about 5 years ago. But he's also got a flathead engine over there. I think it's a big twin 80, so let's go take a look. I'm thinking if you're restoring an older bike, this is the guy you need to talk to. If he doesn't have the parts you're looking for on the tables, I'm sure he knows where to get them, because he's got all the old stuff here. The oil pumps and the carburetors. You know, these are like liquid gold. I mean, these are cast iron. You see it? These are cast iron. You can rebuild them. They never really wear out. They might break or go bad if a gear messes up. The same thing with the carburetors. These things are, this body's probably at least $100 just for this piece. By the time you got it rebuilt with all the other parts and pieces, it probably worth $750. He's got all the early 45 parts. He's got everything he's got out here is a treasure, you know. So if you're trying to restore a bike and you want to be specific to the year, this guy's got the parts you need. If you ask him for the specific parts, I'm sure if you don't have them here, he'll bring them to you at the next event. Well, see, there's two different styles here now. You got to see the difference here, where it's smooth, and this one's got an extra ridge on it. So the extra ridge has got the oiler built in there, so it's an adjustable oiler. So these are two different. I think one's an early panhead and one's late panhead. Hey, partner, you got a second?
Yeah.
What's the difference in the oil pumps?
This is an earlier panhead pump, and that's a later panhead pump.
With
you can tell it by the rib right
with the
there.
Boss?
I don't know what you got here. I didn't look at it. Yeah, this is a real early one.
That's an early pan.
It's a late knucklehead and an early pan.
Okay.
They're almost the same. The width of the gears change a little bit.
Right. And what would this piece be worth?
Oh, that's like $100.
Isn't that what you said? I'm pretty close today, pretty accurate, you know, because I know what this stuff's worth too, and I wouldn't give it away for less than 100. Want to get it?
Swap-a-rama! Swap-a-rama!
We have anywhere between 200 to 300 vendors every first of the month. So it's been something people have been coming around the whole country for, and we obviously really help the cycle community. We don't oversaturate it by having it every week, so it's an event, a once a month event for the bikers, and everybody really seems to really enjoy coming here, having a good time. Go cyclemeet.com, all the information's there.
Swap-a-rama! Swap-a-rama!
We're going treasure hunting and find some treasure. You think some treasure's out here today?
Already seen some, man. There's been a bunch of stuff out here. You see pogo sticks.
Cast iron gold.
I saw 3 pogos today.
I've seen a lot of carburetors already today. I've seen flathead parts that I normally never see. Benches got, you know, flathead parts on them, shovelhead parts. There's transmissions out here. There's everything you need out here to put a bike together. You can't do it in one day like they show you on TV, but it's the best way to go about it if you don't have a bunch of money. Go ahead and come out here and start buying. You know, make sure you know what you're looking for. Make sure you drag your stuff along in a wagon and make it fit. And then, yeah, I'll buy it, but I'm not going to buy it if I don't know it fits.
This is the only place around the country that has a swap meet every Sunday, the first Sunday of every month. Everywhere else you go, they might have it in the winter months, they might have an occasional, but here they have one every month. And they come from all over the South. They come from Miami, they come from Atlanta, they come from Alabama, they come in from everywhere. There's a bunch of Ohio
guys down here right now.
So Rob, what do you think, man? Where are we off to?
Let's go look at some old stuff. Hey Ron, check this out. It's a K model, I'm not sure what year, but this is the first motorcycle I owned, one just like it, so let's take a look. This looks like a 1952 or 53 maybe, a 750cc. You can see it's like a Sportster pretty much, but it's got the flatheads on it because there wasn't no overhead valves. So it was still flathead, but it was the update that Harley Davidson was doing in the 1957. They came out with the Sportster, and this was the bike that was the predecessor to it because it had the trapdoor transmission, the whole 9 yards. This was Harley's gold mine when it comes to track racing again. And let's take a look at it. Let's see what year we got here. A 53. This is something that you could buy and restore. There's still enough of it here to go ahead and restore the bike back to original condition. Of course, there's no tank with it. Originally, it's the wrong front end, but the motor itself is all there, and that's what the important part is, because it goes by the engine numbers, not by the frame numbers. Well, the K models, the carburetor was always coming out the wrong side. It had muffler plumber fittings. Come in here, take a look at this. When you were putting the motor together, you had to leave the cylinders loose, and then you would put the manifold on and tighten it as tight as you can get it, and then take a hammer and chisel down on it to get these nuts tight enough, because the wrench they made wouldn't work. It was a spanner wrench, and it kept coming loose. So to get these things tight to where you could really run some higher compression, you had to take a chisel to it. A dull one, not a sharp one, but a dull chisel, and just knock it around. And when it got hot, you'd tighten down the cylinder nuts, tighten up the intake nuts, and go faster, go faster. I would say $1,800 would be a great price.
Swaparama! Swaparama!
These guys just stole the show. Of course, they brought some antique bikes out that are very close to original. We got a knucklehead, panhead, and a flathead. Very rare, all hardtails, spring and front end, so they're all 48 or older. And they rode the bikes here, it looks like, so let's take a look at them. The 45 motor, the 45 flathead and the 80 flathead are hard to recognize sometimes, because they both look the same. There's a slight difference in the heads and the cylinders, but the easiest way to tell if it's a 45 is the chain side. The 45 chain has this drive on the right-hand side like Sportsters do. That's where they got it from, and all big twins all have the left side drive. So if you look at a bike and it's got a left side drive Harley, it's a big twin. It's not a 45. This is 55 and older. There's a big crossover difference. In the old days, the older guys would say, "Well, I don't do anything O-ring." Well, in 1955, the panheads went from the plumber's fittings, which were the hard nuts, to O-rings, and that was a cutoff year for a lot of guys, just like I was with fuel injection. When fuel injection first came out, it's like I don't even need to deal with it. So I've been doing carburetor bikes for a long time now, and I'm into the fuel injection now, but still, it's one of them cutoff deals. It's like, you know, the young generation versus the old. And the O-ring was the deal, 1955. I feel like I'm a young kid again, because these types of bikes were missing for a long time. We went from the chopper era to the bagger, not the bagger era, but the stock era, where nobody liked a chopper, and then the choppers came back out and went crazy, and they're gone now. The big wheels are out, but the big comeback right now is the old bikes. The kids are buying up panheads and Sportsters and junk, and they're just putting them together, making them look good, making them rideable, and they're cool as hell, and it's coming back. It's like what was old is new again, so don't throw away any of your junk. It's not junk anymore. Bring it out to the Webster's swap meet and talk to some of your friends. Come on out, see us.
It's Born to Ride live. Ron Galletti. I cannot believe a $60,000 golden chopper, man. It's going to one of our viewers, one of our listeners, whatever you want to call them, one of our people, man. That's freaking crazy.
Yeah, it's part of the movie. It's going to be awesome. You know, the movie Rough Boys, we're going to be a part of that. But let's go back to what we just saw, man. The swap meet, was that incredible, people?
Yeah.
What Rob and Art found in the swap meet?
You are kidding. Rob is the man. Rob is just the man.
People out there, we want to hear from you. What do you want Rob to find at the next one? See if we can find a gift. You know, I'm putting out a challenge to the people out there. You can't stump Rob on finding something or what it is. Even if you take a picture and send it to us, you can't stump him for any kind of part, piece of a motorcycle, engines, whatever it is, people. That's what's cool about Born to Ride, is that we're not just one dimension. We try to do a lot of everything that, you know, people are into, but it's something that's in our heart. So we're not just going to jump on a bandwagon and say, oh, let's do it because Joe likes it or Jim. We're going to do it because we like it, and hopefully you'll like it out there, people. And we want you to be a part of the show. We want to hear from you. You know, go to our Facebook page, Instagram, go to our website, but let us know you're out there. You could go sign up for our mailing list, too, and you'll get a Born to Ride newsletter every month.
Nice.
We got a lot of cool stuff on that, too. But Flash, a fast hour here with you, man. This is fun.
Dude,
I might have to do this more often.
Listen, we with this new technology, we can have me, you, and Dave. We can all just have a big old biker party every week right here on Born to Ride Live. It's no problem.
Well, that sounds great. Well, you're doing a great job, man, and you're holding down the fort today. And again, we hope Dave's okay, and we wish them all the best. We said a prayer for you and your community, your family, and your home, and your dogs, everything you got, man. You need to be safe and sound, and we hope everything is good for you.
And that goes for all of our biker friends that are out west that are going through these crazy fires. And from what I hear, it's not even the peak of the season yet. It's kind of like us with the hurricanes on this end. But guys, stay safe. We love you and we pray for you. We hope, like Ron's saying, that you and your families weather the storm and stay safe through all this. And we'll see you guys again here next week. Ron, a pleasure having you, man. This was a good time. Hour flew by.
Man, I'm telling you what, and it was fun. I mean, let's recap real quick. Evel Knievel, Jason Momoa. We've got hashtags all over this show. Harley Davidson, Apple TV. Just getting down to what's happened. I got to say it again. The Japanese Dream segment was really awesome. Live in the studio from Boss Hog Radio. Yeah. And then, talking about Charlie, the video of Charlie. This is a recap. People can I testify on that?
Testify, baby.
I couldn't help it.
We were going to get through the show without Ronnie getting a little testification going on today. I love it.
The swap meet, it was so good. But wait till what we have next week. Don't miss next week, because you're never going to be sad when you watch this show. We're going to always keep you right there on the edge of your seat. Thank you guys so much. Flash, thank you. I'm going to let you go now. Sign us off.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week for another edition of Born to Ride Live. You guys stay safe.